this is too dark. Probably. I think that looks fine. I'll fix it in iMovie if I got to. What is up, party people? Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. Shit. Burb. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I actually tried today. I currently feel like a huge shiitake mushroom. No, I just feel like straight shit. I have the worst headache, and I don't know why I'm recording, but I am. And I put a little makeup on, and my hair, you know, we can't all be beauty gurus, right? I try. I'm here, okay? I'm here. But anywho, I feel like in all my videos I'm wearing a halter top. Fun fact, I love halter tops. I just think they flatter my body. Maybe they don't. Who gives a... Today's video is about Leos. Where do I start with Leos? I am a Leo rising, so that means I can be a straight up bitch. But that also means that I am pretty damn attractive. Leos typically, for the most part, I can't speak for everyone. I know some pretty unattractive Leos, no shade. They typically are pretty attractive, but that's besides the point. To start this video off, I'm just gonna tell you guys about some famous Leos that you may know. One of which is Barack Obama, Jennifer Lopez, Mila Kunis, Sandra Bullock, Ben Affleck, Viola Davis, Kylie Jenner, Demi Lovato, Shawn Mendes, Dylan and Cole Sprouse, Jennifer Lawrence, Lil Uzi Vert, Daniel Radcliffe, Dua Lipa, Chris Hemsworth, Anna Kendrick, and Cara Delevingne. Those are just a few. I'm sure there's a ton more famous people who share a Leo sign with you or someone very close to you. Anywho, Leos are typically born between the dates of July 22nd and August 23rd. They are a fire sign. Maybe that's why I'm wearing this burgundy shirt. Fires, I am just on a tangent. I'm telling you, I'm not feeling good today. My head is just like, girl, I'm trying, head, I'm trying. Leos are fire signs along with Aries and Sagittarius. Fire signs typically are not the most giving. I could say Sagittarius is probably the most giving, but fire signs usually have to do a lot of work on themselves, for themselves, in order to be more compassionate towards others. I know a lot of fire signs, especially Leos, that have a lot of inner work to do. Get started, boo. They really know how to uplift people, but they have to understand that that they have to become more in tune with their emotional side, because fire signs don't like to deal with matters of the heart, emotions. They typically bury those kinds of things, and a lot of times suffer from mental illness and psychological issues, depression, because of things like that. So work on that, fire signs. Fire signs are also fixed signs, so kind of like Tauruses. They really don't like change that much, and they can be very stubborn and very set in their ways. Leos, I feel like, are one of the most stubborn signs. They're more open-minded than I would say like a Cancer, but if they feel something and they know something to be true in their hearts, it's kind of hard to put out that fire. They're not going anywhere. They're just gonna let you know, like, this is how it is. Leos are great. They have a lot of strengths. I know I kind of started out this video talking about Leo's weaknesses, but they are very strong people. They can be really creative too, and passionate for sure. Usually are the people who try to be very uplifting for the most part. They kind of like warm the mood and try to get people to, you know, get in a better mood, especially if they're down. Leos can be very warm-hearted and caring in that regard. They are also pretty funny people, along with Taurus and Cancer that I did before these. Really funny people, and just overall good people to be around. Like every other human being, Leos have some weaknesses. Like I said before, they can be really stubborn. I'm trying not to say so much, because I say all the time. Self-centered and fire signs, they have to be able to take care of themselves before they can take care of anybody else. So that may come off as like them being selfish or self-centered, which they can definitely be, and put themselves before other people, especially Aries. But this is just how they are. If you're dating someone who has one of these signs and they're a selfish person, they're a selfish person, and they try to say that's just how I am, I'm a Leo, I'm an Aries, no. You can work on yourself no matter what sign you are. That doesn't mean that it's just gonna be okay to be that way, but they can come off that way. Is there something else I can say besides like I said?
As I stated before.
As I stated previously.
I said this earlier, but...
I don't know. But before I said that Leos are pretty attractive people, and that can get to their heads a little bit. Mila Kunis is beautiful. I'm just saying, like, girl crush, okay? She is just beautiful. She's an example of a really attractive Leo, and they can be a little bit arrogant, and they know they're attractive and like to put that out there, their best foot forward, and show that, hey, look at me, like,
I'm pretty.
Just like a lion would, you know, like they know they're the kings of the jungle and no one can really touch them. And Leos can also be sometimes really lazy people. They have a lot of goals and dreams and are pretty ambitious, but they have to get over their laziness and understand that to make things happen in your life, you can't just sit around and wish. You kind of have to actually put forth the work. But anywho, Leos love compliments. They like to be admired. They like to know that you know that they know they're attractive, if that made sense. I don't know. They like expensive, lavish vacation, aka Kylie Jenner. They like to flaunt their money and buy name brand things. Not all Leos, of course. This is just very specific to sun signs. Unless your whole chart is just Leo, this is obviously not going to be 100% you.
Obviously.
Typical characteristics of Leo would be that they are flashy with their things and like the finer things in life. And there's nothing wrong with that, because like I said, I'm a Leo rising and I like the finer things in life. They like to just be around a lot of people and have fun with friends. Sometimes they can be loners, but I feel like they thrive more in social settings and being around people that they love and care about. They just light up when they're around good people, good energy, good vibes. Leos do not like to be ignored. Don't even try it, because you'll feel that fire. They need that attention, they need that admiration. They need to know that you know, that they know, that they know,
that you know,
that we know. Let me stop. You know, they need attention. They like attention. And they like to be pampered and treated like kings and queens, because they feel like that's what they are. They are basically the kings and queens of the jungle, so they like to feel that way, and they need someone who's gonna pamper them in that way and admire them pretty much constantly. And they don't really like to deal with difficult situations, as most fixed signs don't. They kind of just put things on the back burner and hope that it goes away, or they won't ever really confront you. They'll throw some shade your way and like subtweet you, but Leos are not very good with confrontation. And I noticed that a lot of Leos like to put on a front as if they're a lot tougher than they actually are, because Leos can be super sensitive. It's not as easy to hurt a Leo's feelings, but it kind of is. Not as easy as like I'd say a Cancer or Gemini, but you can hurt their feelings if you say the right thing, especially attacking their physical appearance, which they know they're beautiful. So it's like,
how could you possibly think that I'm ugly?
If you say something like that to a Leo, I think that that's what their thoughts would be. In general, Leos are very confident people. They're natural born leaders. Like, people like to follow in the footsteps of a Leo because they almost seem to just know what to do and how to get out of certain situations and how to do things that we might not be able to do as easily as they can. Especially as children, you'll see the Leo as the leader of the pack. He or she is the one that is telling all their friends, this is the plan, this is probably what we're gonna do today, and if we get caught, this is how we're gonna get out of it. This bun is something else. They're also really generous and very loyal, when they're in a relationship with someone they love and care about, or even a friendship, they're ride or dies. Like, they'll be the Bonnie to your Clyde, or vice versa. Fire signs, especially Leos, like to find out things. They like to solve problems, and they feel so accomplished when they achieve a hurdle, when they overcome an obstacle in life or solve a problem for a friend, you know. And they're not the best with advice, but they do know, like, I don't know, they just know how to have a good time and laugh about things that may seem a little bit, at first in the moment, they can kind of lighten up the mood and take away the immediate pain or sadness, whatever you may be feeling. Leo's ruled by the sun, and because of that, they are constantly trying to grow and evolve, which I love about Leos. They're always digging deep within themselves to figure out how to overcome their ego and how to be the best version of themselves, which is a great quality for anyone to have, and everyone should model that after Leo. Like, dig deep, learn about yourself, and figure out your weaknesses and your strengths and how to use them to your
Stop saying
to your advantage. Goodness gracious. They know what they want, they're super determined to get it, they're smooth talkers, and most of the time they will get what they want to get out of life and out of people without even really having to be manipulative, kind of like Cancers would. They just are very direct and are just like, this is what I want, and I'm gonna find a way to make you give it to me no matter what. But because of that, they can be a little caught up in themselves and forget that other people have feelings too, and their decisions can ultimately affect someone else's. They just get caught up in their own world a lot of the time and don't really stop to think like how they might be hurting someone else in the process. They don't really have time to think about other people when it comes to their lives. Not saying that in a very narcissistic way at all. They just are always trying to evolve and grow for themselves. They like to have a certain status in life and be that person that's like the boss bitch, or be known as someone who's accomplished many things and is very successful. And that's why they like to spend, because that shows people that you've done something right in our world. If you have money, we often equate that with success, which is not necessarily true, but in this country especially, a lot of times money means that you've done something right. A lot of the time, not all the time. It makes it easier for them to show their status in life. Leos kind of see life as like a competition, almost like a dog-eat-dog world, survival of the fittest. They are just like always on the go, and if you're in my way, I'm going to move you out. So just don't be in my way. Kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. When it comes to sex, Leos are passionate lovers. They really like to express their emotions and feelings through sex because they don't really know how to do it in other ways than that. So it's easier for them to pour out emotions through physical contact, sexual relations, intercourse, whatever floats your boat. Especially when they're in love, they just love to express it that way. They love to have fun and are super loyal, I'm pretty sure I said that before, and super caring towards their partner. It can be a great romantic lover. Leos are hopeless romantics, I'd say. They love romance, and they love to shower their partner with romantic gestures and showing them how they can care for them, but they can be lazy in that aspect of life and kind of almost expect you to understand that I love you, so why should I always have to show you? Or why should I always have to tell you that? You know, like, you should kind of just know based off how I'm acting. No. Sorry, Leo, no. They are the leaders of their relationship and need someone who's kind of independent, because Leos are really independent. They don't really like needy people, but someone who also is very go with the flow, because they like to set the tone. They wear the pants in the relationship, and if you're with a Leo, you're gonna pretty much be doing what a Leo wants to do majority of the time. They need someone who's also self-aware, because Leos,
As I stated previously,
are very self-aware, very introspective, like to know about themselves. They need someone who is the same way and not insecure, because Leos majority of the time are not insecure at all. Majority of the time, not all the time. They need someone of the same caliber as them. They can't be with someone who is, I hate to say, but not as intellectual. They just don't like that. They need someone with the same status or higher, but they prefer to be the one that like has the higher status. And they need someone who is like very free in the bedroom and likes to try new things and isn't afraid to express themselves through sex and physical contact either. But Leos, I think I said this already, Leos are pretty sensitive and they don't like to be in touch with that sensitive side, but once they do connect with that side of themselves, sex is pure bliss with a Leo, and they just need to work on that. Like, just get in touch with your warm-hearted side, Leo. You don't always have to be like the big tough guy or girl who's so bossy and bad. Like, no, you're not. Like, just chill. Leos are very reliable. They love to help people when they can. They just like to feel useful, especially when it comes to family and friends. They're very faithful to their family. May not always connect with them on a way that they should, or like certain members of their family, they just probably can't stand them and then they stay away from them. But they have a few family members that they are really like bonded with for life, and that person will never like steer them wrong. They have a really close bond with a select few family members and friends. They have a lot of acquaintances because they are like the popular people of the zodiac, and people just gravitate towards their personality. They're just full of energy and people love to be around them, and they love to be around people as well. Leos are very optimistic and creative. I don't know if I already said that, but I need to stop.
not a YouTuber.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, they're optimistic and they're creative and good at pretty much anything they try to do. They like to be their own bosses. They don't really like to deal with authority or people telling them what to do, because in their minds, they're the boss, they're the best, and you're just here because you got here first. They're really good actors and entertainers because they like to have that freedom to do things without boundaries or too much rule over how things should be done. They don't need to be in a job that's like super concrete and clear cut. They need a job that's gonna let them express their emotions, express their feelings, get them in tune with a different side of themselves, rather than just being behind a desk or dealing with a shitty boss. They're good in any kind of leadership position, like managers or teachers, maybe politics, just something where they can be a leader in charge. Leos have a lot of respect for themselves, so they need people around them who have a lot of respect for them as well. They feel that they are the true kings and queens of this world, and they should be treated as such, and if you don't treat them that way, you're gonna have some problems with a Leo. And you might not even know that you have any problems with a Leo, because Leos don't like to talk about their feelings and emotions, so they might just be mad at you and you'll never know. They can hold a grudge for sure. But Leos really love life. They like to be a part of any opportunity that they can be to celebrate life and love. They like to be around people who are similar to them. They don't like people who really challenge them or make them feel inferior. That's a quick way to turn a Leo off from you. I'm trying to see if I'm forgetting anything. I feel like I touched on the main topics that I want to talk about.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm editing this and I realized that I left out some characteristics of Leo. Leos usually have a lot of anger problems, especially when they're younger. They have a temper on them and can blow up, kind of like Tauruses. And they can also Like, if they fall in love and they think like the person that they're with is the one, then they can get like really caught up in that, and if that doesn't work out, they take it to heart and they get stuck on their exes a lot. Like, if they love that person so much, it's really hard for them to move on, and they'll put up a front pretending like everything's cool, but really deep down they just want to be with that one person so bad. Sorry, I was watching Jersey Shore, and it's the episode where Ron is like talking, like admitting that he misses being with Sam, and he's a Leo, and then that just like clicked in my head. I was like, oh shit, I should have said that. So yeah, bye, back to the video.
But Leos are great, passionate, creative, awesome, dedicated, friendly, funny, cool people for the most part. Can be a little mean, can be a little shady, and don't know how to talk about their feelings very often. But if you're on a Leo's good side, you can only expect good things. If you are a Leo, I hope you can relate to this video. Please let me know if there's anything I left out, or if you have any questions. I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Don't forget to comment, like this video if you liked it, and if you didn't like it,
I don't care.
no, it's whatever. It's just a video. Subscribe to my channel, of course, and tell your friends about me. Share this video. Why? Because I'm awesome.
I'm awesome. I'm awesome.
And you are too. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you to all 42 of my subscribers. For those of you who comment, who are dedicated watchers, shout out to my sisters and my little brother. Y'all are real MVPs, because y'all stay on these videos.
Mad love.
Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next week. Next week we're talking about Virgos. I know my dad is super excited to see that one, because he's a Virgo, and he texted me like,
When are you gonna do Virgos?
and I'm like,
Dad, relax.
no, I'm kidding. But I will be doing Virgo next. I'm excited to do Virgos. I love Virgos. So I always say that I love every sign. There's probably like one sign that I don't love. You'll find out what sign that is. Yes, I'll see you guys next week, or probably this week with the Virgo video. Peace!